Hey, welcome back to the Brew Nub channel. I'm Mike.
And I'm Joey.
And to start off season 2, we're going to be doing a 1-gallon Rum Runner Stout from Northern Brewer. So sit back, relax, and we'll show you how it's done.
Okay, so on today's episode, this kit brings 2 pounds of Briess traditional dark DME, 1 gallon of grains, 2 packs of premium hops, and these are called Centennials, a pack of fizz drops, your English ale yeast, and cheese stock. Okay, so on today's episode, we're going to need a few things. We're going to need a stock pot, a funnel, and this one has a strainer in it, hop spider, a thermometer, your stirring spoon, and a measuring container.
You'll also need your sanitizer, some cleaner, 1.5 gallons of water, a spray bottle for easy sanitation, a bung with your airlock, tubing for blow off, a carboy with lid, a jar to be filled with sanitizer for your blow off, some toothpick, and a bag of ice. So to start off, you're going to want to get your water between 150 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we can start the steeping process. So starting off, you're going to get your grains, you're going to get your cheesecloth. We're going to cut the grain bag open this up a bit, make it a little bit easier to work with, and then pour it in over the box so you're not getting the dust everywhere from the grain. We'll move the grains around a little bit, help it breathe, tie it up. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to drop this in and then let it steep for about 10 minutes. Try to make sure that you don't go excessively over 160 because you don't want to release extra tannins. And then to make things easier, just grab a toothpick, stick it in here so you don't have to worry about your grains sticking to the bottom. All right, so now that your specialty grains have steeped for 10 minutes, we're ready to pull them out. Now what these are doing, it's adding color, flavor, aroma, and hopefully a little bit of body for your end product. So we're gonna start to give it a couple drips, but we're not squeezing because that would release extra tannins, which pretty much is going to make your beer have an off flavor, more like a cardboard kind of taste. So now that this is done, your water's now wort, and we're going to want to bring the temperature up to 212, which is boiling.
Okay, so now that our wort has reached a temperature of 212, we're going to remove this from the burner. And the reason we're doing that is because when we start putting in our dried up malt extract, it doesn't stick to the bottom. We're going to put both pounds of the dried malt extract into the wort. You're going to pour this in slowly. And the reason we're pouring it in slowly is because we don't want it to clump up and stick to the bottom. So now we're going to put this back on the burner, and we're going to grab our hop spider here. All right, we're going to place our hop spider in the stock pot, and we're going to put in both packs of the Centennial hops in there. And I'm just going to give this a good little stir here. Okay, so now that we have our hops in there, this is going to sit here for 45 minutes. All right, so now that we've hit the 45-minute mark, we're going to put our wort into an ice bath. We added a wort chiller to speed up the cooling process. And we're going to cool down our wort down to between a temperature of 60 to 70 degrees because we don't want to kill the yeast. Okay, from this point on, anything touching the wort needs to be sanitized.
So now I'm sanitizing the carboy and the funnel and strainer. Don't fear the foam. Joey, go ahead and pour in. So now we're ready to pitch the yeast. We're going to first sanitize our English ale yeast and sanitize our scissors. Now we're going to aerate the wort and shake this for about a minute. Alexa, timer 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Is this a New Year's resolution?
Yeah. I've been hitting
Swole from this shit?
my bike downstairs.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, we're aerating the wort. So pretty much that means we're just adding oxygen to this. So pretty much what that is doing, it's allowing the yeast to multiply. And with that yeast that multiplies, it eats up the sugar, which then converts it to alcohol. So now that we're ready for fermentation, we're going to set up our blow-off tubing. So we're going to take this off, get our tube, sanitize, throw this on, place the other side of the tube into a jar of sanitizer, and then we're going to sit this in a cool, dark place for 3 days. After that, we're going to swap it out for our airlock. And this is going to be a total of 2 weeks. And once you're done with that, you could then bottle, and then that will sit for another 2 weeks, and then your beer's ready to drink. All right, so that was it. Congratulations. You now successfully completed the Rum Runner by Northern Brewer. So please like and subscribe. Brew Nub plans on doing some pretty big things this year, some new stuff, so just bear with us and let us know what you think. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye.
See ya.
One, two, three.
We're gonna put both pounds into the wort.
Okay. We're gonna put both pound. 1, 2, 3,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. The best one. Stop watching porn.